Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.
Blog Talk Radio.
Well, good evening, folks, and thank you for tuning in with me once again to another edition of True Conservative Radio. And, of course, I am your host, the man they call Ghost. And once again, folks, I want to thank you for tuning in with me. It has been some time since I conducted a broadcast here on the Blog Talk Radio Network. The last broadcast was on the 17th or 18th, depending on what side of the continent you reside on. But I thought that the last program was a very important program to the True Conservative Radio Show because I don't want to toot my political prognosticating horn once again, but beep, beep. I had conducted a broadcast in analyzing and discussing the AIG testimony, and I was also critical. I was very critical on the last program about Tim Geithner. The last program dedicated a pretty good portion of time to Tim Geithner and his relations to the AIG and the financial debacle and, his particular actions and how he's conducted himself during this time of economic crisis for America. And the next day, folks, all of a sudden, Tim Geithner was all over the media. He was all over the damn place. I don't know if you folks were listening live or in the archive. That's why I'm glad that these shows are time-dated and stamped. The last program was on the 18th, well, technically the 17th, because it was at midnight Central Time. But, folks, we talked about Tim Geithner. I talked about his relations to the AIG debacle. I talked about, him critically and his actions towards the economic turmoil we are presently finding ourselves in, folks. And lo and behold, the very next day, Tim Geithner's been all over the place. He's been scrutinized. He's been all over the media. You had all these politicians hopping on the get rid of Tim Geithner bandwagon. And it's no coincidence, folks. It's no coincidence. And this is why I say to you, folks, if you want to hear the real news, if you want to hear it before it even happens, right here on True Conservative Radio. The bottom line is, folks, is since then, I haven't conducted a broadcast since that particular time, but lo and behold, Barack Obama made the announcement on some interview that he's going down with Tim Geithner no matter what, which I think it's absolutely disgusting, and it's a slap in the face to all those Nimrods that were on their knees crying during this guy's election. He's actually saying he is going to go down with the ship, folks. He's going down with Tim Geithner. He even said, and I am paraphrasing here, this is Obama, our president's words. He said if Tim Geithner handed in his resignation, he'll just look at Tim Geithner in the eyes and say, sorry, buddy, the job is still yours. I mean, that's how devoted, that's how loyal Barack Obama is with this Tim Geithner character. And I just wanted to highlight the fact, before I get into this discourse about Obama going down with Tim Geithner, I just want everybody to realize that during that last program, that's when I highlighted the Tim Geithner scenario, and ever since then, he's been in the mainstream media ever since. You can't get his ugly elf-looking mug off the television, for heaven's sake. And, of course, I think it's sad, and we're going to go ahead and segue into the crux of this particular subject matter, which is Obama. Obama, what are you doing with Tim Geithner? What does Tim Geithner have over you that you're going to sit here and make a statement? Make a statement about, I'm going down with Tim Geithner. If Tim Geithner handed in his resignation, I'll just give it back to him and say, sorry, buddy, you still got the job. Well, what is this malarkey? What is this garbage? And I'd like to hear some discourse from any Barack Obama supporter or any of you Nimrods that were out here crying that were, right before the election happened, you were out here saying, oh, Obama, he gonna give me my house, he gonna pay my car, all this garbage. He isn't paying nothing, folks, and we're going to get into this discourse here in a minute. He isn't giving the American people diddly. And I don't understand, where are all these Barack Obama supporters that were out here claiming that it was going to be a great day, there was going to be houses in the sky, everybody was going to have money growing on trees, people were going to just have it was just ridiculous the type of stories they were saying during the election. And lo and behold, what do we have here? We've got Barack Obama, a supposed man of the people. A man of the people. Sitting here trying to have an open raid on the American tax-paying system, folks, and the American people are just sitting there loving it. They're salivating over it. What's so unfortunate is the American people are stupid, folks. This is why I'm so critical of the American people. They're Nimrods. They were more worried about going out and keeping up with the Joneses and becoming materialistic and indulgent and gluttonous like some sloth. They're more worried about, feeding their noggins with all kinds of filth, profanity, violence, sexual depravity. They're more worried about this than worrying about preserving the rights of what they knew of. What they knew of is America. I just think it's disgusting, folks. I think it's unbelievably disgusting that we're sitting here and having Obama, a supposed man of the people. Now, the reason I'm taking this Tim Geithner thing so serious, because I really don't know the man, of course. We can only hold people to their public scrutiny based on what we know about these people. And, the more and more you know about the whole economic unraveling of our country, the more you're starting to see why there is an open raid on the American tax-paying system. Now, I have made the assumption, and I made my personal opinion well known, that all these stimulus package checks, or I shouldn't even say checks, because I'm sure half of these entitlement check-listening morons are getting a hard-on thinking they're actually going to get a couple of G's in the mail. That's not going to happen, you morons. All right? The stimulus package was an open raid on the American tax-paying system, and you just allowed it to happen because you're a bunch of morons. All right? Secondly, and all these other bills, the bailout bill, the omnibus bill, whatever you want to call these bills, all right, I made the opinion, the assumption that these Democrats and these liberals that came into power, and the Republicans too, I'm not going to leave them out. Remember, there are a lot of Republicans that have okayed all this malicious spending, all this malarkey, printing money out of thin air. There were Republicans that basically were along for the circle jerk too. All right, and I'm sorry if I'm being vulgar, folks, but I need to exemplify the point. I need to put it in your heads. This is a serious subject matter here, and if you're a true American and if you're a true patriot, if you ever served in the military, if you ever known anybody who are related to anybody who served in the military, if you have children in the military, this is very important here, because we need to start discussing what is happening. What's being spent? Why are all these ridiculous bills being pumped out of nowhere? I mean, trillions of dollars, folks, trillions. I mean, try to get that through your head. Trillions of dollars are just being, spent and being blown, who the hell knows where. And if you want to get an accurate spending count, if you want to get an accurate itemized statement of where your trillions of taxpaying dollars are being spent, go to taxpayer.net and you tell them Go sent you, folks. That is a great website, and the reason I promote that website, folks, is because it gives you there, plain and simple. For anybody who doesn't want to go out and do the research and, go through the 1,000-page bills and, doesn't want to itemize everything like some damn bean counter, you go to taxpayer.net and you will see an itemized statement of what all these trillions of dollars are being spent on. Now, folks, not only are, a lot of these supposed little amendments and what Chuck Schumer kicked the American people in the ball, Schumer, what he calls that the American people don't care about small porky amendments. Let me tell you something. I care, damn it, all right? I think it's rather funny that, lo and behold, today, folks, Barack Obama and Tim Geithner decide to lay out their plan for America. I don't know if you folks are aware of the Great New Deal, or the Great Leap. I don't know what these people are referring to this ridiculous attempt at fixing the what do they call it, toxic assets of the financial institutions. Where the hell did this word come from? Toxic assets. I mean, if it's not an asset, then it's not an asset. It's a liability. It's a piece of trash. It's worthless. What the hell's a toxic asset? All right? I mean, it's disgusting. And I've got people here saying, "Oh, Ghost, just wait. Tim Geithner and Barack Obama are going to do the right thing. They're doing the right thing. Just wait and watch." Billy, do you even understand what's happening here? And I'm going to get into the details of what exactly all this toxic asset and all this malarkey, what Geithner and Obama said they plan to do and why, conveniently enough, the stock market rose over, 600 points? We closed out at about 499 or something on the Dow Jones Industrial. You think this is a mere coincidence, folks? Have you even read this ridiculous financial outline that Tim Geithner is supposedly the architect of? And, of course, Barack Obama, is just basically endorsing. I don't know if he's actually read the bill or doesn't. I don't know what it is. But we're gonna get into it right now. Now, the Obama administration, and you can read more about this off the Associated Press. I'm getting a lot of the information off of the Associated Press. Dow Jones, or excuse me, the name of the article is Dow Jumps as Washington Moves on Bad Bank Assets. It's written by Tom Rahm. Came out about 50 minutes ago. Now, folks, what is happening here is that the government is going to purchase these so-called bad assets, all right? All right, bad assets. Now, what the hell does that mean? Well, all these home loans, these mortgage securities is what they like to call them, because for all you morons that don't really understand what's going on here, the bank actually had to gamble with all you idiots out here that decided to finance $250,000 homes on $25,000 a year incomes. Okay, the bank actually had to throw a gamble. Now, of course, we're going to go back to the old unregulated financial institution. We're going to go back to all that, but we'll get to that in a second. The bottom line is, folks, is this isn't like the credit card companies. When the bank lends you money, you have to pay them back. Because if you don't pay them back, and enough Nimrods that put out enough loans at that particular financial institution doesn't give them money back, well, then that jeopardizes the integrity of your savings accounts. It jeopardizes the integrity of your checking accounts. So, folks, that is what is basically holding the credit, or the quote-unquote credit freeze. That's what's holding it up here. Now, the plan is, as I interpret it here, as I've done a lot of research here, remember, this is brand new. I mean, you know how these bureaucrats are in Washington. They throw together 1,000-page documents and expect the American people who work hard, who are taking care of their families, who are out here, got better things to do. They expect the people, actually, to go into these 1,000-page bills and actually pick apart what exactly is going on. Nobody's going to be able to do that. So, folks, that's why I promote that one particular website, and they don't even know I'm doing it. Taxpayer.net. Know what your government is spending your money on. Don't be some stupid Karl Marx worshiping milky liquor and thinking that we're all going to hold hands, sing Kumbaya, and everybody's going to have the same everything. It's going to be a no-loser society. That's one thing that the feminists and the liberals try to shove down people's holes, that it's going to be a no-loser society, that there's not going to be any losers anymore. Well, it's ridiculous. Anyway, let's get back to the old, what we're talking about here, this new financial scheme. They even call it a scheme. Tim Geithner even called it a scheme today when he announced it. I find it rather convenient that around midday, Barack Obama came out and said, we are going to, unleash this new deal for America, and we're going to move, the government is going to move on bad toxic assets, bad mortgage securities, and all of a sudden, the damn stock market was going through the roof. But then Tim Geithner got on TV, it wasn't a couple hours later, And all of a sudden, because Geithner was stumbling over his own tongue because the damn whole complicated scheme of things is so complicated that he's stumbling over his own tongue like Al Gore trying to explain how he invented the Internet because he doesn't even know what the hell's going on here. Now, let me explain it as I see it, or as I interpret it here. Now, what they are planning to do is, under this new transaction, because it's not only going to be the government purchasing these toxic mortgage assets, it's also going to be a band of private investors, hedge fund managers, big financial institutions that are still somehow profitable and have enough financial resources to, help with the government accumulating these supposed toxic assets. Now, stay with me, folks. I know I'm going to be talking a lot of damn financial jargon. I'm going to be sitting here probably boring the bejesus out of you. You might be threatened to go out and, take a turd or, eat a ham and cheese sandwich or something. Don't, because this is very important. Because this is what the government is trying to do with this new supposed initiative by old Tim Geithner, backed up by Barack Obama. Now, they are going to have the government and a band of private investors help accumulate all these bad, toxic assets from the bank. Now, how are they going to accumulate them? Well, now get this, for every $100 in soured mortgages, all right, that's being purchased from the bank, all right, for every $100, $7 of that $100 would be put up by the private sector, and that would be matched by the government. So the remaining $86 would be covered by a government loan. And, folks, that's the big, that's going to help the whole mortgage crisis there, folks. That's the gist of the big scheme of things out here. Let me run that by you one more time, all right? This is what Geithner decided to do. This is his answer, to the mortgage situation here, okay? For every $100 in bad, toxic assets, bad mortgage securities that are purchased from the bank, $7 of it is going to come from the private sector. And then it's going to be matched $7 from the government. And the remaining $86 are going to be covered by a government loan. Now, what Geithner also highlighted, which is rather interesting, is that he actually wants to fix, he wants a fixed value. He wants to design a fixed value on damaged mortgage loans and other toxic assets. So, which means he wants to, fix the value at a certain point. So even though they may be more expensive, even though they may be less expensive, according to Tim Geithner, he's the financial wizard. He's the, money elf. He wants to fix value on these supposed toxic assets. So what if the fixed value is, below market value, according to Tim Geithner? And according to his new financial scheme, for every $100 of bad mortgage securities, $7 comes from this private band of investors. $7 of it is matched by the government, and the remaining $86 of it is backed up by a government loan. I mean, I just don't understand, how this is going to help America. All right? This is only given the opportunity for, people who have been able to profit off of these turbulent times, people that have been able to withstand the turbulence out here that's happening in America. It's only going to give them the opportunity to capitalize off of a fixed rate, a purchase of a bad mortgage. Which means if you have a lot of cash on you, and if this fixed value is going to be too low, according to Tim Geithner, you can just eat up all these properties and become the biggest landlord in America. Or if the fixed value is too high, well, somebody's going to eat the cost, right? If the fixed value is going to be too high, if you look at the construct of the whole deal out here, the government, which is AKA the American people's tax dollars, are the ones taking the higher risk out here. Now, according to Tim Geithner, all right, we have to take the risk, all right? We have to take the risk, and they're putting it plain and simple here in this article, folks, and Tim Geithner said it himself, that there still is an element of risk by doing this supposed financial scheme. The American people could lose large amounts of their tax-paying dollars. So, right off the bat, Tim Geithner is acting like one of these scheming scumbags in Wall Street that's taking your all of your damn financial savings, everything you've got, your whole nest egg, and gambling on some pump and dump stock scheme that Jim Cramer, or I don't want to go there, but you know what I'm talking about, folks. You understand what I'm saying here? Folks, what we need here is we need people that are competent enough. I mean, look, everybody's always asked me, what's the solution, Ghost? What's the solution? I'll tell you what, there could be a variety of different solutions, folks. I mean, first and foremost, I think we need to get a hold of the illegal immigration problem, first and foremost, folks. I mean, there's people losing their jobs every single day. 600,000 on average for the past couple of months have lost their jobs, okay? And they're going back into an employment force where they have to compete with, what kind of employment is available out here for most folks? It's service industry oriented. That's right, folks. America is a service industry oriented economy, and these folks have to compete with illegal immigrants for these service industry jobs because right now in America we don't have anything. We don't produce anything as a country anymore. The means of production are no longer in America. They're in China. They're in South America, folks. They're in Taiwan. And why are they over there and not in America? Well, folks, while you were out here trying to live like a glutton, trying to live like a king, trying to keep up with the Joneses, getting $4,000 plasma screen TVs, $60,000 cars, $250,000 homes, these multinational corporations were out here purchasing each and every one of your politicians that were representing you. And as a result, they were the ones that initiated legislation that not only made it possible for multinational corporations to take the means of production out of America, but they got rewarded through tax benefits. They got rewarded from our government from this crap. So, folks, it's no coincidence we're in this mess. I've been saying that for the longest period of time. I've been saying this. I was the first one on Blog Talk Radio, and you can look back in that archive that call the financial debacle that is ensuing, and it has ensued, within the past year, couple of years. And you know what's even more sickening is you got American people on their knees begging for this crap. They're loving it. They're not even questioning. I've got people in the chat room right now saying, hey, it's a good thing out here. It's a good thing. Let Obama do his thing. Let Obama do his thing. Do his thing. How is this a solution, folks? You want to solve the damn housing crisis? Well, first and foremost, I understand that something needs to be done about the bad mortgages. But bottom line, something needs to be done about the bad mortgages because, folks, these idiot banks that you put your money in, these idiot banks that you put your savings account and everything you own in, they lend out too much money to a bunch of nimrods, and now they can't pay it back. And most of the people that can't pay their loans back are those that put out these, ridiculous mortgages when they didn't even have the money to begin with. So something needs to be done about these assets. But in my personal opinion, folks, this is what I feel should happen. I think that the financial institutions should go down. Because, look, FDIC, which is the insurance that helps secure most people's, accounts in banks, I believe FDIC covers up to $100,000 to $150,000. All right? Now, if you have more than $150,000 in one bank, with all due respect, you're a moron. Because it's not covered. The FDIC covers up to $150,000 per bank. So right off the bat, folks that are worth about $150,000 or have about $150,000 and in different financial institutions will be safe. Okay. The folks that are out here, that were hobnobbing and, throwing all their damn money in one particular institution, they're the ones that are going to take the heat. All right? Now, I think that those bad mortgages should go down, bottom line. I think there needs to be, first of all, doesn't the government already own 86% of some of these institutions, or most of these institutions out here? I mean, what's the difference? They already own everything. So if the government owns everything, it can't go bankrupt. So it doesn't make any sense, folks. This garbage does not make any sense whatsoever. So we should just let it go down. We should just let the houses go out and, you go on your damn courthouse. What is it, once a month you can go and buy these damn foreclosed homes, these damn, default, the banks looking for pennies on the dollar speculators out here. Go out there and purchase these homes, a lot of the people that are being foreclosed in today's America, they're finding that if they let their home just go ahead and be foreclosed, they can go to the foreclosure auction block and purchase their home at like a fraction of what it was actually paid for during their first mortgage. I mean, this is how ridiculous this is getting at here, folks. Anyway, I'm getting off track here, but all I'm saying is that what is happening here in America, this scheme that was concocted by Tim Geithner, backed up by Barack Obama, I think it's disgusting. I think it's horrific. And, folks, I don't think we should stop calling for Tim Geithner to be fired. Hand in your resignation, Geithner. You don't know what you're doing. You're in over your head. I mean, we already heard in the damn testimony with the CEO of AIG that, the Federal Reserve, owns a considerable portion of interest in AIG, and that representatives of the Federal Reserve were there at every single board meeting, and that, of course, the AIG headquarters is located in New York City, so at the time, Mr. Geithner, you were the Federal Reserve head of New York City, so you had to have known about the supposed bonuses that everybody's all uptight about, everybody's all upset about, that has gotten so much attention at this point. I mean, folks, let's just get back to brass tacks. I mean, Obama, if you want to be a man of the people, well, let's see it. You folks that are out here that sold your souls to this change, this abomination. For you folks that are out here crying on TV and, oh, my God, he's good, praising him. Why don't you hold your boy accountable? Why don't you hold Barack Obama accountable? I mean, give me a break. All I'm saying is people need to participate in their government. People are asking me in the chat room, what's the solution? What's the solution? Folks, the solution is you need to participate in this government. And if you're going to sit here and, try to, masquerade what is going on here, and all the financial unraveling continues to happen, and it falls down like a damn rock, folks, it is your fault. It is your fault. It is the American people's fault. That's the reason why we're in the debacle that we're in currently, folks. And the only solution is that you go out and do something about it. You got all these Nimrods out here that are trying to be rabble-rousers. You got Mike Savage, with all due respect, I used to listen to Mike Savage. He's just a complete nutcase. I think he's lost his mind. Some of the malarkey, he's coming out of his hole as of late. But other rabble-rousers like Alex Jones and all these other people that are, basically horrifying their listeners and horrifying their listener base. And they don't provide any solution whatsoever other than, go out and cause ruckus. Folks, the answer is right there. We have the system. All right, the system is put in place. This is America, the Constitution. It's you people that are letting it go. It's you people that are accepting Karl Marx. It's you people that are accepting leftist, ridiculous ideology like Gloria Steinem and feminism and the pussification of America. It's you people that are in charge of this government. But if you're going to be more worried about the latest rodent on Paris Hilton's rotten crotch, well, by God, that's why we're in the position that we're in. And, folks, I call on you as American people, whether you're whatever you are, left, right wing of the persuasion, it doesn't matter. Go out there and participate in this government. And I'm talking about a civil manner. Go out there and run for something. You know how many offices there are out there in your government system, whether it's on a local level, a state level, a federal level? Go out and run for something. And don't sell out, you piece of crap. Don't sell out to these multinational corporations, all right? Go out there and represent America. Represent the Constitution. Go out there and get a constituency to back yourself up, and go out there and run for something, folks. Go back out there and run for something. You can run for anything. There's no prerequisite to run for anything except for maybe Attorney General or something of that nature of your state. Go out there and run for something. If you're a good American, if you raised your family, if you paid your taxes, if you care about this country, if you love the Constitution, please, I am begging you, I am calling on you, go out there and run for something. All right? Run for something. It's ridiculous. 646-652-4869. We're already over 30 minutes in to the True Conservative Radio Show. I am your host, the man they call Ghost. We're talking about the whole Obama-Tim Geithner, and once again, I want to reemphasize that Obama said that he is going down with Tim Geithner. So for all you Obama supporters that were out there supporting this man, Tim Geithner is his man when it comes to the Treasury, and there ain't nobody that's going to replace him. And I think it's unfortunate because I think the man is a little in over his head, and I don't think he knows what he's doing. And if he does know what he's doing, he may be doing things for nefarious activities, in my opinion. In my opinion. But I'm just going to cough it up to the man that he's just an incompetent idiot, and that's all there is to it. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, folks, I strongly advise you, please bookmark or add to your favorites the website, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, and spread the link like wildfire. Tell everybody you know about the True Conservative Radio Show. I know that these shows are being sporadic, but, folks, I need your support. Please, if you see anybody who is sponsoring anything related to the True Conservative Radio Show or Ghost himself, please go out there and patronize those sponsors, folks. That's the only way that, this can be habitual out here. I mean, I'm tearing my vocal cord, according to the damn doctor. I went to the doctor the other day. I'm tearing my vocal cords out here, screaming the bejesus out of my head about the things that are happening here in America. And you folks know, and everybody who listens to me on a consistent basis knows, that I talk with passion and I talk with fury because I can't believe that this is the America that we're living in this day and age. So please, folks, go out there, add to your favorites, bookmark the webpage, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, and that's all there is to that. Anyway, I wanted to talk about the seriousness of Obama and how serious he's taken the American people's problems. Now, he's been out frequently. There's a whole bunch of convenient photo ops of of the president out there, watching a Chicago Bulls, Washington Wizards basketball game right there front row, and there was some supposed ruckus of some fan of the opposing team, whatever setup that was. And then you got him on ESPN outlining the NCAA brackets, how he sees the NCAA Sweet 16 Final Four panning out. He's on Jay Leno. I mean, are you kidding me? The first time a sitting president has ever been on the Tonight Show, he goes on Jay Leno and makes himself a nice-looking appearance and making sure that everybody gets his good side. And, folks, on the Jay Leno Show, I find it rather funny that this is supposed to be a man of the people that has so much compassion, that he cares so much. He was making a reference. Jay Leno, of course, was having some sort of supposed pre-rehearsed discourse with the president, and lo and behold, Jay Leno kids the president about his bowling. And about his bowling score and how's this bowling score and that sort of thing. And I believe the president said something to the effect of like, I'm bowling a 150 or something of that nature. And Jay Leno, of course, was taken back and trying to put his hand over his mouth like, that's a big deal, that sort of thing. And then Barack Obama said, well, it's like I'm in the Special Olympics or something. And, of course, Barack Obama took all kinds of heat for that. Because, he made the reference of, him not being able to bowl as somebody who is in the Special Olympics. even though people in the Special Olympics can probably beat the living bejesus out of most of y'all in some of these sports out here. And I thought that was ridiculous. I thought that was grotesque. And you know, I don't want to go off on that, because we all have slip-ups and that sort of thing. You know, I say certain things on here that, you know, people take offense to. They go out, they write the company, they bombard my email with all kinds of insults and profanity and slanderous lies and all kinds of crap. But I just wanted to say that I thought that it was rather grotesque when I was watching Meet the Press, and I saw this ridiculous ass clown, Arnold Schwarzenegger, trying to justify Barack Obama. I mean, you know, folks, do not let this idiot become the new face of the Republican Party. Look, I'm not a conservative. I'm not a Republican. Excuse me. I'm a conservative. All right. I'm not a Republican. But don't let this moron, this ridiculous goof, you know, don't let this idiot who played a pregnant man in a movie, this, yes, I am the governor of I am the governor, don't let this piece of crap be the new face of the Republican Party. If you watch that damn Meet the Press interview, he was trying to liberalize the damn Republican Party, just as I've said the whole damn time, you morons! All you damn Republicans that were critical of me, that were talking garbage to me, you pieces of crap are now bowing down to Karl Marx. You pieces of crap are now bowing down to Gloria Steinem. How does it feel? How does it feel, you left-wing worshiping piece of feminist crap? I'm sorry, folks. I just felt that is something that needs to be said, folks. But, folks, the bottom line is that I want everybody to take a look at this blog here, and it is my blog. I'm going to post it here in the chat room. I'm going to catch my breath, folks. I know people are out there saying, you're going to pop a blood vessel. Take it easy, Ghost. Calm down. You need to chill out. I can't chill out. You want to know why I can't chill out? Because my damn country's going down the tubes here. And that's why, folks. Anyway, I want everybody to go to my blog here at ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. There it is right there, folks, in the chat room. Please click it and go down to the first blog post. And in that first blog post, you're going to find Barack Obama in a 60 Minutes interview where he's being questioned about, you know, the debacle and the economic situation and the turmoil that America is currently finding itself in. And Barack Obama just decides to burst out in spontaneous laughter when talking about the American people's problems out here. And this is your president out here. I mean, all you idiots that were crying, all you idiots that were like, oh my God, he's going to pay for everything. He's going to pay for my house. He's going to pay for my car. He's going to pay for my meal. All you morons. He's laughing in your faces. He's laughing in your damn faces. That's why I say that everything that's happening right now in America, all the financial turbulence, all the crap, all the disgusting, ridiculous, grotesque, ridiculous garbage that we have come to know as reality. It's your fault, America. It's your fault. You allowed this to happen. You sat on your fat cottage cheese asses and allowed America to be flushed down the Karl Marx poop chute. It makes me sick. I don't know how America can live with itself. And that's why, folks, that's why I'm so critical of the American people. That's why I'm critical of the American people. I'm critical of the American people because they allowed this to happen, folks. They allowed this to happen. This is a government made for the people and by the people. But if the people fall asleep at the wheel, by God, you are seeing the very consequence of those actions. And let me tell you something. I know that my blood pressure is boiling, I can feel the vein popping out of my head, throbbing. But you know what, folks? If I sit here and drop dead of a damn coronary, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care if I sit here and drop dead of a damn coronary. Maybe that'll spark some synapses in you simpletons out here that are tickling your ass crack and thinking it's a great day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood. Maybe it'll do something of that nature. Anyway, folks, if you haven't seen the clip on my blog, please, I urge you, go to ghostpolitics.blogspot.com and look at the first post. And you're going to see Barack Obama laughing during an interview with 60 Minutes. He was laughing at the American people's misfortune, at the economic debacle. And I found it personally offensive, folks. I found that personally offensive. But you see, what's unfortunate is that the morons, the minions, the people that were out here praising Obama as if he was going to be the answer of answers, they're not out here defending this activity. They're not defending these actions. I mean, folks, I have challenged any Barack Obama supporter, please, get on the phone and call me, right now, 646-652-4869, and tell me, where is the big change that's going to help America? I mean, is this the new financial deal here, this so-called ridiculous scheme of having every $100 of bad mortgage securities being purchased by certain elements of the private sector and the government? I mean, it's just ridiculous. And you want to fix the rate value? I mean, this is what the Treasury's, proposing here. He wants to fix the rate at what these supposed toxic assets, these bad mortgage securities out here. He's going to fix the value on damaged mortgage loans, folks. So that could either mean he could value them at a very, very low rate, so, the so-called private investors can come in and just sweep them up like it's wildfire, or he can overprice them and screw up the damn thing even more. I mean, this is just ridiculous. This is obscene. This is absurd. I mean, I can't believe it. I mean, I'm depressed. I mean, I can't believe that this is what America has become here, and people are willingly going through it. They're willingly accepting this malarkey. And as you can see, folks, Barack Obama's laughing in your face. He's laughing in your stinking faces. And if you don't believe me, folks, I have the clip. It's right there on my blog, all right? One more time, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Check it out for yourself. It's disgusting. The man he just busts out in spontaneous laughter in the middle of a damn interview about the American people. I mean, it's really disgusting. There it is, folks, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Like I said, folks, sometimes I just get jaded, folks. I get jaded because I just don't feel that anybody gives two rat's asses about this country. And, everybody asks me, well, what's the solution, Ghost? Well, folks, the solution is staring at you right in the damn mirror. It's you. If you want to preserve what we knew of as America, well, then go out and participate in this government, damn it. It's that simple. All right, I know that old Alex Jones and all these other reptilian morons and these people that believe that UFOs are manipulating, whatever the crap. All right? The answer is not that complicated, you idiots. All you have to do is go out and participate in this government. Go out there and make sure that these bureaucrats are doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're out there benefiting you as their constituency. You have to take responsibility. You have a responsibility as an American citizen, and you failed to do it. You failed to do it, you piece of crap. You've allowed my country to turn into some sort of piece of Karl Marx worshiping, pussified crap. I mean, I can't believe this crap. I can't believe it. You piece of... You piece of crap. What have we become, folks? What is this great country of ours? What has this great country of ours become? I mean, I'm sitting here, folks. It is colder than to be Jesus in this room that I'm sitting in, but I'm sweating like a damn stuck pig. I'm sweating up a storm out here, and the reason I'm sweating, the reason I'm fuming, the reason my blood is boiling is because this country is being flushed down the proverbial toilet, and no American cares. No American cares. All anybody cares about is if they can continue to pay for the garbage they don't even own, if they can continue to glorify themselves in this ridiculous gluttony and this ridiculous garbage. And that's all there is to it. I find it disgusting, folks. 646-652-4869 is the number to call, folks. If you're a real patriot, if you're a real American, then you're listening to true conservative radio. And I'm talking about a true conservative. I'm talking about a true American out here. We need you, folks. We need you to go out there and stand for the Constitution and stand for America. I mean, you know, for you liberals, all right, you liberal long hairs that are out here, you know, thinking it's a great day, once again, I'm challenging you to go to my damn blog. He is laughing in your faces. He's laughing at you. And you know what, folks? I'm not laughing at you. I am angry at you. I'm angry. I'm angry at the American people for sitting back, you know, playing with their knapsack or tickling their assholes or whatever they're doing, all right? Whatever they were doing, they were not participating in their government, and they allowed what we are currently going through to happen. And I'm sorry, folks. You know, people are saying you're getting a little loud, Ghost. You're screaming. You're blowing out my speakers. Well, folks, something needs to be said. I mean, I'm sick of going out on the internet and hearing these so-called podcasters, these other so-called political morons here on Blog Talk Radio, these supposed bloggers out here in the blogosphere. I'm sick of hearing these morons that are basically regurgitating what some other idiot said. All right? They're not talking about the actual issues that affect America out here. You know what politics is, folks? Politics is just a ridiculous scheme at this point, because everybody that's involved in the whole game, everybody who's involved in the whole bureaucratic process knows that you're just going to sit your fat ass on the couch, and just as long as they have some great violent images or some sexual depravity to show on television, you're going to sit your fat ass on the couch and start shoveling food down your gullet like a damn garbage disposal and happy as a little lark about it. That's what you're going to do! And they know it. And that's why, folks, that's why our country is going down the tubes. And if you think that I'm wrong, if you think that I'm harsh, if you think that I'm just going off the deep end, I challenge you. Give me a call right now, all right? 646-652-4869. I know that there's some damn liberals here in the chat room flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, talking all kinds of malarkey about me, saying that I don't know what I'm talking about, that I'm a kook, that I'm this, that I'm that. But the bottom line is, folks, is that I'm a true patriot for America, and you should be too. I'm a foot soldier for the American family. I'm not going to sit here and accept Octomom. All right? I'm not going to sit here and accept some stupid bimbo who is being idolized in the feminist and liberal media as some sort of achievement for woman liberation. And that's what I've been saying, folks, ever since I got on this program. Feminism and liberalism is evil. It's evil. It's a disease, folks. If you are falling victim to this ridiculous political orgy of liberalism and feminism, take it out of your brain. Take it out. Because all it's doing is putting you down. It is subjugating you. They have subjugated you with political correctness. They have subjugated you with this ridiculous feminist and liberal nonsense. Liberal and feminist Hollywood has desensitized you, has desensitized your children into believing that, oh, it's okay if women want to go out and shit out about 5 or 6 kids. from 5 or 6 different fathers. That's okay. As a matter of fact, let's go ahead and have all the liberals and feminists run for bureaucratic office, and let's go ahead and turn baby making into big business. And folks, I wish that was a joke, but that is a sad, disgusting reality in today's America, and women know it. Women know that they can go out and shit out about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers, and they can make some serious cake. If I want to use the vernacular of my urban brethren, they can make some serious money by shitting out kids like it's going out of style. There's one kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, and I know that there's a lot of people that take offense to that. A lot of people are like, "Oh, Ghost, I can't believe you can say that about our children. How can you say women shit out children?" The reason I'm saying that women nowadays are just shitting out children because that's exactly what they're doing, folks. They have trivialized life. And it's not the woman's fault, folks. They're being taken by this ridiculous notion of feminism. Feminism and liberalism is evil, folks. Don't forget that. I mean, give me a break. Haven't you noticed, folks, that you'll have all these liberals in my chat room flapping their fat sausages of fingers on the keyboard? They're probably waiting for their damn entitlement check to be collected next month. And they're out here talking garbage, but they're not going to call up. They're not going to call up and take me on fisticuffs when it comes to the debating table, folks. I will make these liberals look lower than Mini-Me's nutsack. And that's a fact. And that's no BS, because there's no substance on the liberal debate. There's no substance on the feminist debate. They can't justify the garbage they are trying to implement on us. They can't justify the social engineering they have implemented on us. They can't justify why sexual depravity and violence should be shown on television. They can't justify this crap! You piece of shit! Makes me sick! Makes me sick to my stomach, and you sit there and you do nothing about it! You do nothing about it! I can't believe this crap. Are you an American? Are you an American, folks? Well, then go out and help this country, help this America. Go out and participate in this government. And if you don't want to do that, if you're shy, you're like, "Oh, Toast, I don't want to get involved politically because I'm scared. I'm scared of what they'll do to you." Well, then spread the word, folks. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Spread the word about people that are out there talking about the Constitution, that are talking about America, that care about America. Go out there and spread the word, folks. I'm challenging you as an American citizen. You are obligated to participate in this government. You are obligated to go out there to the ballot box. And I'm not talking going in there and just, "Oh, I'm going to go ahead and vote all Republican. Oh, I'm going to go out there and vote all Democrat." You got to go out there, and it doesn't matter how long you spend in that stupid little booth. You go out there and pick every single person that you want in any little bureaucratic office, because it's important, damn it, because this is why they've been able to concoct all this ridiculous nonsense that has caused us to turn into this new America that we have come to know and love nowadays. It's disgusting. It's sick. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. Give me a call right now if you disagree. Give me a call if you're one of these liberal long hairs. Give me a call if you're a damn Obamaite, all right? Makes me sick. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869, folks. I'm already sick of talking about all this ridiculous garbage, This is why sometimes I don't even come up on here. I'd like to make this more habitual. But, folks, every time I come up on here, it's like nobody gives two rats' asses. It's like more people are calling up to agitate the show than actually engage in discourse. actually understanding what I'm talking about. It doesn't matter what political perspective you are. It doesn't matter if you're left-wing, right-wing, Republican, Democrat. It doesn't really matter. What it matters is that you're an American and you have sworn loyalty to the American Constitution. Anyway, folks, I know that I'm breathing hard here, folks. I know that I can't catch my breath. And I know that there's people concerned about me in the chat room. But you know what, folks? If I sit here and drop dead today, I could care less. All right, I could care less as long as you go out there and participate in this government. That's the answer, damn it. It's not that difficult. Go out there and run for something. Go out there and vote for something. Organize. Organize, you stupid morons. Go door to door. Go to your nearest social arena. Do whatever it takes, folks. It's that serious. It's that damn serious. It's that serious, folks. Because if not, you're going to get what we're getting today, which is Obama allowing the multinational corporations, Obama allowing anybody that wants a handout to get it. Anybody who wants an open raid on the American tax-paying system to get it. You allowed it to happen, folks. And I know I get a lot of hate mail from supposed hyper-patriots. These idiots that are like, hey, buddy, you're talking bad about the American people, and I don't appreciate it. I'll go out there and blow your head off, boy. Let me tell you something, you stupid cheese whiz guzzling single-wide trailer park piece of hyper-patriot crap. I love America. I love the Constitution. I just don't like what the American people have become, and what's unfortunate is they're on their knees begging for their own quasi-communism, quasi-socialism, and it makes me sick. Anyway, we're going to take a caller here. 916, you're on the air.
I want to feel you deep inside me.
Yeah, get this idiot. Get him off! You see what I'm saying, folks? This is the type of garbage. This is the type of garbage that you're going to get here. This is the kind of liberal agitation that you get from these liberals. They can't justify why it's okay that single-parent families are now the majority of the day. They can't justify why it's okay that sexual depravity and violence is being broadcasted in your television 24 hours a day. They can't justify why pedophiles who actually rob the innocence of children should only be put in jail for 2 years. All right? Because these... they advocate all that crap I just mentioned. They advocate it. They promote it. Anyway, here we're going to have another person here, and if it's another prank, folks, this just underscores what I've been saying about these liberal long hairs. They can't debate me. They can't do it. I'll make them look lower than Roseanne Barr chasing after a greasy cheeseburger with her fat jelly-ass hands tied behind her back, and they know it. Anyway, 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Stop playing with your Peter Popper and hurry up and say something. What you got going on over there? See, good Lord. You see, this is what I'm talking about, folks. This is what I'm talking about. It makes me sick. They just call up and, they'll do some ridiculous perverted sound or something. I mean, did you hear the last idiot? I mean, give me a break. He called up going, I mean, give me a break. Come up with something original, you idiots. If you're going to get over here and you're going to call me up and try to prank call me, do something with some sort of substance, for Christ's sake. Get a point across. But they can't do it, folks, and I challenge any liberal or any feminist, I challenge you. I want to put you on the debating table, and I will make you look like the moron that you are, in public, in front of anybody and everybody. You spread the word, folks. You spread the word. I challenge any damn liberal or any feminist. If you want to debate me, I will make you look like a piece of crap. You... Yeah! And you know what, folks? All you damn liberals and all you feminists that are making all these damn YouTube videos about me, all this garbage, trying to discredit my political persuasion. All you people that are making fun of me out there, making these ridiculous videos, you need to stop. I don't appreciate it, damn it. I don't appreciate it one bit. You know, folks, by you people sitting here and making fun of me via these YouTube videos, it's like you pieces of crap coming over to my house, taking a dump in my damn bathroom and not flushing the damn toilet. That's what it's like to me, folks. So I don't appreciate it. I really don't appreciate it. 646-652-4869. We got some more callers here. 1111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Oh, shit, I forgot what I was going to say.
What? You forgot what you're going to say? Hello? Are you kidding me? That's a call? That's a damn call? This is what I'm talking about, folks. I mean, you know, with all due respect to the young man, I can tell that he was in his early 20s or maybe in his late teens because, you know, if you talk to anybody who's under the age of 25, they sound like they literally popped out of the anal passage of George Michael kicking back in a shit stall at some park bathroom somewhere. I mean, they're that fruity, with all due respect. Anyway, folks, we are in the second hour of True Conservative Radio. I am your host, the man they call Ghost, and let me tell you something, folks, I need your help out here. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. All right, folks, go out there and spread the link like wildfire, blogtalkradio.com/ghost, and always remember, folks, anybody who advertises or sponsors anything related to yours truly or True Conservative Radio, well, they're definitely worth a visit, so go out there and patronize anybody who sponsors a true conservative show like this one right here. Those are true patriots, because they know that Americans and people who listen to this true conservative commentary, they know they love America. Now, before I take this next caller, I'm going to take this number down, and if it happens to be a prank caller, I am going to put this number all over Texas. All right, and that's what I'm going to start doing from now on. All right, here we go. Oh, he hung up. Oh, yeah, you better have hung up, boy. All right, yeah, I was getting down the little, I was getting down his phone number there, and all of a sudden he hung up because they knew they were going to do a little fruity-ass prank call, huh? They were going to call up and say, hey, Ghost, you're a Republican, aren't you? You're a liberal, aren't you? You pieces of crap. And I want to put it on the record once again, because I'm sick of these liberals trying to associate me with these damn Republicans that are out here. I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not a liberal. I'm a conservative, damn it. I'm a conservative. I want to get that straight, folks. I'm not tickling my ass crack thinking it's a great day out here just to maintain party loyalty. I'm a conservative. I'm a conservative. And you see, you've got liberals in the chat room saying, come on, liberals, come on, feminists, debate him. Call him up and debate him. They can't do it. They can't do it. They can't justify the garbage that is happening here. They can't justify this crap. All right? They can't justify why it's okay for women to go out and have 4 or 5 different divorces. They can't justify why they're trying to implement the power of suggestion to break up the family. Folks, the last show we had, I highlighted a report that came out that right now in today's modern America, we have surpassed the baby boom of the 1950s. That's right, folks, and according to the report, and I'm going to dispute this, and I didn't get to it last show, I'm going to get to it now. According to the report, 40% of the births in this new baby boom, 40% of them are born out of wedlock. All right? They're born out of wedlock. And it's garbage. 40% are born out of wedlock, folks. And you see, people are just sitting there and taking it like, oh, it's a great day in Mr. Rogers' neighborhood out here, isn't it? I mean, give me a break, folks. All right? Give me a damn break. I think it's a lot more than 40% if you want me. If you want my personal opinion, I think it is a lot more than that. I'm willing to bet that it's about 60 to 70% of single parents just shitting out children out here. I mean, folks, I live in Texas, folks, all right? And I'm a small business owner for everyone who has listened to the show on a consistent basis. So I own a bunch of businesses throughout the Texas area. And, folks, luckily I live, towards the Austin, Texas area in the hill country. Luckily, I don't have to go down below Austin too often. Because if you go down below Austin into San Antonio and below that, that is literally now the colon of America, folks. It is the colon of America. It's like all the leftover crap that's in, all the losers of America have just somehow been flushed into this colon region right here. Folks, if you go down to San Antonio, Corpus Christi, down to the valley, that sort of thing, you will see women out here in these public arenas, shopping centers, malls, literally with 5 or 6 kids out here, and they're not even giving 2 rats' asses about them. They're out here getting their hair done. They're getting their nails did. They're out here doing all this malarkey. I mean, I challenge you folks, if you really want to see a sight, go to a grocery store down in Corpus Christi or Texas and look at how many women are going to show up with all these kids. I mean, they're out there in abundance, folks. You're going to be really unbelievably mystified. They're going to go out there with 5 or 6 kids, and they're buying $700, $800 worth of food on their food card. These women are getting $5,000 plus in government subsidies each month. And I'm talking everything from free money, free government cheese, free education, free child care, free medical care, free housing. I mean, we can go on and on. Free government cheese, food stamps, the whole nine. And on top of which, all these women who shit out all these children from multiple different partners, folks, these women can play the child support lottery. You understand that? They can play the child support lottery out here. They can get an extra several $1,000s on the child support lottery. And folks, we wonder why we're having such a grotesque, portion of history in modern day America. I mean, this is why, folks. I mean, we've become a decadent piece of gluttonous crap. I mean, we have trivialized marriage. We have trivialized life. We have trivialized children. Do you think anybody cares about their children anymore? Nobody cares about their children, folks. And let me tell you something. Since we're getting closer and closer to summer, I predicted this last year, and I was completely correct because, I am a fairly decent prognosticator, but I am going to predict it again. Starting in April and ending in August, folks, I guarantee you're going to see a spike once again in these stupid women out here conveniently leaving their children in cars in 100-degree weather or 90-degree weather or some crap. You're going to see a whole epidemic of this crap, just like I predicted last summer. You're going to see it again. And you don't know why you're going to see it, folks? Because they know they can get away with murder, all right? All they got to do is, put a poor child, an innocent child, who didn't ask to be born in this ridiculous filth that she gave this child. She didn't ask this. She didn't ask for this. Or he didn't ask for this. The children didn't ask for this crap. But I guarantee you, folks, all they're going to do is they're going to pretend like they just forgot their child in the car. And, of course, they're going to roll the windows all the way up, and they're going to allow that poor child to bake in there. And you're going to see a lot of this. And if you don't believe me, folks, if you don't believe me that I predicted this last year, go back in that damn archive. I mean, why don't you go out to your nearest search engine and look up this epidemic of women who just leave their children in hot cars and they just say, oh, I forgot about my baby. All they got to do is cry. All they got to do is make up some hysterics and become spastic and start having convulsions and crap. And the police are going to be like, oh, well, she looks like she didn't mean it. She did. Just no charges filed. No charges filed. I'm telling you, folks, if you think I'm joking, look it up for yourself. It's a sick world we're living in. And the liberals and feminists did this crap. They trivialized life. They trivialized our children. They trivialized the family. They trivialized marriage. And they trivialized you. That's why you got Barack Obama. That's why you got a video of Barack Obama on my blog and him laughing at you. He's laughing in your faces, you stupid morons. And what are you doing? What are you doing? You're not participating in your government. You're not caring about Trump. Damn it. I can't believe this crap. I better calm down, folks. 646-652-4869. We're going to take some callers here. 111, you're on the air. Hello? 1111. Stop playing with your pecker shaft and talk. Here, we're going to go on to the next caller here. Another 1111. Hello, you're on the air.
Oh, hey there. Are you all right? You sound like you got a little crazy there for a second.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right. I can't believe that this country is being flushed down the proverbial liberal and feminist colon.
No, I totally fucking agree. What? I might be going out on a limb here, but are you a conservative?
What are you talking about? I'm a conservative, damn it. What are you? Yeah, you better have hung up, you stupid fruity ass little butt loving Ricky Martin ass-licking piece of crap. I'm sorry, folks. I know I shouldn't have said that. I know I'm going a little haywire out here, folks, but gosh darn it, I can't believe that Americans are just, sitting back and just allowing this garbage to happen. They're allowing this garbage to happen. They're accepting it, for heaven's sake. And I'm sweating up a storm, folks. I tell you, I'm drenched in sweat. The damn vein on my head is throbbing. But you know what, folks? I'm going to continue on. I'm going to continue on with the passion. I'm going to continue on with the fury because, folks, nobody else is. Nobody else is. Everybody is just sitting back, putting a Kentucky Fried Chicken grease thumb up their shit funnels and just watching America implode from the inside out. Implode from the inside out. And it makes me sick. 1111, you're on the air. Hello? Stupid ass clown. If you're going to call up on here, if you morons are going to call up here, the least you could do is provide some decent debate. The least you can do is provide some substance, for heaven's sake. Sitting there and being quiet, sitting there and playing with your schlong head in the background, we don't want to hear that garbage. We don't want to hear that crap. Anyway, 646-652-4869. I'd like for any of you Barack Obama supporters to please back up what this new economic scheme of trying to, save the mortgage or the toxic assets in the bank. All right? I want you to justify this crap. I want you to, tell me why this is necessary. Why that we should just sit back and watch the open raid on the American taxpaying system. I mean, don't you morons understand that every time you go out and work and sweat and, you don't want to go to work, but you have to because you have to pay your bills, you have to maintain your sustenance, you're tired, your bones feel like they're brittle, you don't feel like going to work, but you have to. You go out and you bust your ass and you do whatever you have to do to maintain that sustenance, and when you get that paycheck, all those taxes that are taken out, that's what these morons in Washington are giving away, you stupid idiots. All right? I mean, don't you understand? They are giving away your money. They're giving away your money. We shouldn't bail out anybody. I mean, look, let me just throw some suggestions out off the top of my head that could help remedy this situation a lot better than what any of these power-hungry autocrats in Washington have suggested. All right? The first thing we should do
the first thing we should do, obviously, I said the immigration issue. We got to cut federal funding to sanctuary cities that provide sanctuary for illegal immigrants, and they allow these immigrants to participate in the economy, the social community events. We need to cut federal funding to these pieces of crap, and I guarantee you that these cities will no longer provide sanctuary, and we're going to make the labor market so unbearable for the illegal immigrants, there ain't going to be nothing they're going to be able to do about it but go back home where they belong. Second thing we need to do is why don't we, for 1 year, if we're in this bad of a crisis, if we're in this bad of a financial turmoil, why don't we just give the money back to the American people? How about that? And I'm not talking about handouts. I'm not talking about, hey, let's just go ahead and give the American people $10,000 apiece, $20,000 apiece. I'm talking about, why don't you give the American people all the taxes that were taken out of their checks? Why don't you give the American people all the taxes that were taken out of their small businesses? And I'm talking about small sole proprietor businesses, not multinational conglomerate crap. Why don't we give all these taxes that were paid within the past 2 years, why don't we give it back to the American taxpayer instead of allowing Wall Street and bankers and a bunch of financial institutions raid the American taxpaying system? Why don't we do that? I mean, I guarantee you give the taxpayer back their money, that will inspire some economic production, if you want my personal opinion. I mean, people will have money in their pockets. People will have the ability to generate capital so they can go out and start their own business, or they can go out and maintain their own sustenance. They can maintain their mortgages and that sort of thing. I mean, that's first and foremost. I mean, give me a break. Third thing we need to do, folks, and if you happen to be a teacher and you're going to take offense to this, with all due respect, piss off, because, teachers get no respect from me. I mean, you're part of the problem. You're on the front lines. You have the ability to teach our children to help, make this country a better place, and what you're doing is dumbing them down, and you're more worried about, implementing the absolute pussification on our children than you actually are teaching our children. The third thing we need to do, folks, is privatize education. That's right, privatize education. That's what we need to do, folks. I guarantee you that not only will that be a benefit because the American property owner won't have to pay any more property taxes, because, folks, that's where all the money comes from when it comes to generating money for these ridiculous schools out here. They get it from property taxes. So if you privatize education, I guarantee you're not going to have any more property taxes. So that's going to help the mortgage crisis. That's going to help homeowners stay in their home because they're not going to have to pay any more property taxes for these damn ridiculous schools out here. All right? I mean, that's first and foremost. Secondly, the economic impact of privatization of education. It would be enormous, folks. I mean, just imagine the possibilities if you privatize education. I mean, people will now have a financial incentive to educate your children. I mean, the teachers that are out there teaching in a privatized education system, they have to make sure that your child learns something. That their whole careers depend on it. Their raises, their bonuses depend on it. That's why I'm saying privatize education. I find it funny that out here in Texas, I mean, what is it like? I think it's like $18,000, $19,000 to send one of these brats to school. I mean, can you believe this crap? $18,000 to $19,000 to send one of these stupid brats to school. And you know what, folks? The average on a national, on an American national scale, the average private institution costs $2,500 a month. All right, $2,500 a month is the average cost. Or not $2,500 a month. Excuse me, $2,500 a year. Excuse me, $2,500 a month would be ridiculous. $2,500 a year, the average private institution, as opposed to $19,000, $18,000 a year for the supposed public education. Folks, why don't we just give people hell, let's just give them $3,000 that they have to spend, in a private institution so their children have to get educated. All right? And anybody who wants to get a better education from a more prominent school, who wants to charge more than the average $3,000 a year stipend, well, then they're going to have to provide a reason why these students or these parents should pay more. I mean, do you understand the possibilities. I mean, you'll have people trying to invent new ways on having students absorb information, new memory techniques, new math techniques. I mean, there would be industry upon industry, and on top of which, no property taxes, which I think property taxes are a bunch of horse crap. Anyway, 319 area code, you're on the air. Hello, 319. I hear you there. Come on, 319, you're on the air. Now, give me a break. What's going on here, folks? I mean, if you're going to call up on here, the least you could do is provide some substance on here. We want to hear some debate. I mean, if you happen to be a bedwetting liberal and you don't agree with me, you happen to be one of these liberal long hairs, well, get on the damn horn and tell me why I'm wrong. And I guarantee you're not going to be able to tell me. And the reason you're not going to be able to tell me is because I'm telling the damn truth. I mean, folks, I'm coming down to the part of the show where I'm getting jaded. I'm getting jaded. I mean, I just don't even feel like it's worth it sometimes. That's why, in February, the month of February, there were a lot of shows that I broadcasted. And here in the month of March, they've taken a halt back. They're not as habitual. And the reason is, folks, is because I don't think nobody gives two rats' asses. I don't think people care. People don't care about crap. They're more worried about, I'm not going to be able to survive without $5,000 a month so I can pay my house and my car and my furniture and the pots and pans that I financed. You stupid morons. I'm telling you. You know what I'm talking about? I'm telling you, you people out here, I don't even know what to say. All right? That's why I always am critical of the American people, because, by God, the American public sucks. And the only way that the American public isn't going to suck is that the American public participates in this government. It's that simple of a solution, folks. It's that simple. You just got to participate in your government. And what does that mean? Folks, and I hate to keep repeating this, but unfortunately, people are out here, the only way that they're going to absorb any type of information is if things are repeated, But the bottom line is, folks, is that if you really want to change, if you really care about America, if you really care about the Constitution, why don't you go out there and run for something, folks? And if you happen to be a listener to my program and you were inspired to run for something in your local or state or federal government, folks, by God, tell me, email me, and I will be more than happy to interview you, promote you, and do whatever I can because, folks, we need true American citizens, true conservatives, true people who believe in the Constitution, who believe in America. We need you in power, folks. We need you to make these decisions out here because I know for a fact that the American people who actually go out there and actually affect the system, they'll actually have more compassion for the American people than these supposed bureaucrats that are out here speaking for you and me. Once again, I'm going to repeat this again. I find it funny that the Democrats and the liberals, whenever they go out and they try to claim that they're men and women of the people, I'm a man of the people, I'm a woman of the people, and yet these people are millionaires. These people are well off. These people are financially set. How in the blue hell can you sit here and claim to be somebody who's for the people when you're living as though you're not of the people? I'm not saying that all Democrats and liberals have to be poor bastards. I'm not saying anything of that nature, but haven't you noticed that, unfortunately, most of the men and women of the people, for the liberals and the feminists, they are all millionaires, they're all financially well off, or they have cronies who are investing in their campaigns. These people that are investing all these funds in their campaign accounts. And folks, once again, I want you to maintain a pretty good record if you want to keep your politicians straight. Look at his campaign account. All right, make sure that his campaign accounts are public. Because, folks, after they're long and gone from public life, once they are no longer a part of the political scheme of things, these politicians can take the remainder of whatever's left over in their campaign accounts, they can take that and put it in their own personal accounts tax-free, folks. I mean, you know, you think about all the thousands of dollars and the millions of dollars, depending on what Senate seat, what Congress seat, what presidential race. You think about all this money that's accumulated in these so-called campaign accounts, and then once these people leave public office, lo and behold, they collect it tax-free, folks, right in their bank accounts. It's unbelievable. And you know, of course, we got somebody here in the chat room talking all kinds of malarkey here, flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard, trying to promote liberalism and feminism as if it's some sort of great ideology, as if it's some sort of great contribution to enlightenment out here. I challenge you, you damn liberal piece of milky-licking trash. Get on the phone and give me a call right now, 646-652-4869, you stupid liberal long-haired milky licker. Give me a damn call. I will make you look lower than a leprechaun's nutsack, and there's nothing you can say about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Because you liberals can't justify what you preach. You can't justify what you put forth. You stupid bastards. And you see, once again, here are these damn liberals out here trying to compare me to a damn Republican, trying to compare me to something that I'm not. Folks, I'm going to put this on the record one more time. One more time. I am not a Democrat. I am not a Republican. I am not a liberal. I'm a conservative, damn it! I'm a conservative! Get that through your thick skulls, you stupid liberal, immoral pieces of Karl Marx ass-kissing crap! You glorious Steinem, muff-diving piece of trash! I'm a conservative, damn it! Get that through your thick skulls! Sick of these people sitting here trying to make slanderous lies and assumptions about me. I'm sick of this malarkey. And look at these people. They're still sitting in here agitating. They're still sitting in here flapping their fat Cheeto-stained fingers on the keyboard. Folks, why do you think that these liberals exert so much energy in coming in here and trying to stir up the pot and trying to agitate the situation? Because they know that I'm yanking them right out of the closet. They know that I am exposing their agenda. I am exposing their true motives, folks. I would not be surprised if these liberals that are in here are paid by the DNC. I wouldn't be surprised if MoveOn.org are paying these nimrods to come in here, folks. I'm not joking. I'm not joking, folks. It is that serious. We're living in that serious of America. And I don't know why everybody is thinking that it's just a great day out here. It's not. 646-652-4869. We got a little bit over 30 minutes left in the program, folks, and I want to hear from you. Whether you agree or disagree, put some substance on the debating table, and don't act like a damn milky licker. 1111, you're on the air. Yeah, obviously, you're calling from the inside of some sort of prison. So by the time that you are not getting gangbanged by the Aryan Brotherhood or the Black Guerrilla Army or the Mexican Mafia, maybe you can come up here and call me back and provide some substance. You stupid, no-substance-having, Karl Marx worshiping, nipple-clamp-loving, butt-plug-up-the-ass-looking, wish you had some substance-having, hot-dog-up-the-ass-looking, piece of chicken-eating cornball trash. 1111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what do you want?
Hey, well, calm down just a second. Something you said earlier kind of bothered me. Are you a conservative?
You piece of crap. Get him off! You see, this is the kind of garbage I'm talking about, folks. This is the type of malarkey that I get on a consistent basis. These liberals can't justify this crap. They can't justify this malarkey. 1111, you're on the air. Yeah, what are you calling me, from the disco or something, huh? Give me a damn break. You at the manhole? You at the gay club over there that you call the manhole? You're going over there, You're playing some Cher. You got the little strobe lights, the little glow sticks going on, where you're a little fruity. Oh, look at me. Shut your mouth. I'm telling you, folks. I'm sorry, folks. I'm sorry that if I'm getting off keister here, if, I'm getting, off subject matter here. But, folks, this is what these liberals do, all right? This is classic. Classic methods of agitation, which were invented by the communists, folks. This type of crap was invented by the communists because, you see, they want your mind to be diverted. I mean, some of you folks that are listening in, and there's been a lot of people listening here in the live broadcast, and I appreciate your patronage, folks. But there's a lot of people that are actually listening to the True Conservative radio program that are actually getting some substance out of this True Conservative commentary, and they want people's minds to be diverted. They want them to be skewed in some fashion. They don't want people to get this type of information because they know damn well that if people start realizing that liberalism and feminism is nothing but a bunch of malarkey, it's a scam, it's ridiculous, it's really political romance. I mean, that's all it is. It's garbage. And, folks, the sooner people start realizing that, the sooner America is going to start, kind of unraveling out of this shell of feminism and liberalism and go back to true Americanism, who believes in the Constitution. Let me calm down here, folks. 646-652-4869. Let me take a drink of water here. Once again, folks, according to the doctor, I have torn my voice box because I do all this, I do these shows so many times. I go out here and I give you my all. I tell you everything I believe in, everything that I feel with passion and fury, and I want you, folks, as a listener, to help this program. I mean, spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Go out there and email this to everybody. Email it to your damn congressman. Email it to your senator. Email it to the Pope. Email it to whoever, for heaven's sake, because we need to spread true conservative commentary. We need people to start believing in America again, start believing in the Constitution, and there is not enough people that are on the Internet, and especially not on the damn boob tube, especially not on the damn mainstream media out here. There are not people that are talking about subject matters that are brought up on this program, folks. There's not enough people talking about it. So please, folks, go out there and go to the chat rooms, go to the blogs, go to your forums, go to your email lists, and go out there and please spread the word about True Conservative Radio, folks. I mean, because this is serious commentary, all right? This is commentary for true patriots, for people that believe in America, believe in the Constitution, who believe in freedom, who believe in what our forefathers laid forth for us in this present day. I'm talking about those Americans. I'm talking about the American who works hard, who takes care of their family, who's out there that pays their taxes, who doesn't get in trouble with the law, who has never taken an entitlement in their life. I'm talking to those Americans. I need your help, folks. Go out there and spread true conservatism like wildfire, folks. Go out there and email these shows to anybody you know, folks. I need your help. I need your help because that's the only way we can make a difference out here. That's the only way people are going to get exposed to this commentary, and they're either going to get mad, they're going to like it, they're going to dislike it, but whatever it takes, it's going to have them thinking, folks. I guarantee you, once you hear a true conservative program, it's going to have you thinking. It's going to have you thinking about America. It's going to have you thinking about the Constitution. That's what it's going to have you thinking about, folks. So spread the word. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Because, folks, you know darn well that the Blog Talk Radio Network isn't going to plug True Conservative Radio. I have become the big bad wolf of political talk radio on these parts. I mean, they don't even want to acknowledge me. They don't even want to accept me, even though I get a lot of downloads, folks. I get thousands of downloads each day via the archive, via podcast. They don't want to acknowledge me. They don't even want to put me in any kind of political category. You know, folks, I actually did a search, and I found that yours truly, True Conservative Radio, is under the search tag anti-women under Blog Talk Radio. Folks, this is disgusting. This is what I'm talking about, folks. I'm not going to get any help from this left-wing conspiracy out here. I'm not going to get any help from these feminists. I need help from you, damn it. I need help from you. Spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Spread it out to true patriots, to true Americans. And if you want to get somebody pissed off, if you want to get some single mother who decided to hop around from penis to penis to penis and shit out about 5 or 6 kids from 5 or 6 different fathers, and you want to piss her off, well, then you email her this show. I'm talking to everybody out there. We need your help, damn it. If you're an American patriot, if you love the Constitution, if you love America, by God, we need your help, you piece of crap! And I'm not joking! Good Lord, folks. I know that I'm sitting here and I'm screaming out my lungs, and I'm out here trying to convey certain true conservative commentary to you folks. But, folks, the bottom line is we need to believe in America again. We talked about a lot of issues here within the past couple of shows. But, folks, the bottom line is that we're not talking about it enough. We're not talking about this economic debacle enough. We're not talking about the raid on the American tax-paying system enough. We're not talking about any of this crap enough. And that's why, folks, you're not going to hear it on the boob tube. You're not going to hear it in the mainstream media. You're not going to hear it from any of these pieces of garbage. Because, folks, the multinational corporations that took control of this government, that set the means of production outside of the United States, these are the people that control the mainstream media. That's why whenever you put on the damn boob tube and you go and look about the media and you're trying to gather your news and information, that's why the only thing that you can get as far as news is concerned is, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie are thinking about shitting out another couple of twins. Oh, look, Britney Spears is going on tour and she's bringing her twins with her in that ridiculous tourist musician lifestyle. Oh, look at this. This is the kind of crap that you get in the mainstream media. This is the kind of crap. Anyway, folks, 646-652-4869. We got about 23 minutes left in the program. If you want to call up, if you got anything to say, if you think you got some cojones, all right, if you want to let your nuts hang as some sort of a bedwetting, long-haired liberal hippie, well, then, by God, give me a call right now, and I'll make you look like a fruity-ass bastard. Anyway, 1111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, did you say you have medical problems?
I don't have any damn medical problems. The only problem I have is my damn country's going down the tubes, and it's because of liberal longhairs.
I get that. You said earlier your throat is being ripped out? What was that about your throat? Because you've been yelling a lot. You said something about your throat?
I said my vocal cords have been torn because I'm sitting here trying to convey over the internet that our damn country's going down the tubes. What the hell do you want anyway, you fruity bastard?
I see that. Maybe you wouldn't have so many medical problems if you weren't a conservative.
Maybe you wouldn't have any medical problems if you weren't a conservative. How old are you piece of crap? How old are you? Once again, another hang-up. Oh, another hang-up. Maybe if you didn't do... This is what I'm talking about, folks. If you talk to anybody who's under the age of 30, I guarantee it, folks, they are fruitier than a box of Fruit Loops. I guarantee you, it sounds like they're taking it up the poop chute. And I'm not joking, all right? Talk to anybody who's under the age of 30 and notice the feminine vernacular. All right, every time they talk. Notice the feminine physical attributes. And you see, this is why you can't get true debate in the, with young people out here. That's why you can't get any kind of substance anymore, because nobody cares. You got Barack Obama basically having an open raid on the American tax-paying system, and you've got people they actually think that they're going to get some big check in the mail. These idiots actually believe that their mortgages are going to be paid. These morons actually believe that money are going to grow on trees. Some ridiculous like that. And it makes me sick that this is the new America, folks. Anyway, 646-652-4869, 319, you're on the air. Hello, 319 area code.
No, I'm just listening. I'm sorry.
You're just listening? All right, we'll put you back on hold. 1111, you're on the air. Hey, 111, stop playing with your Peter Popper. Let's hear what you have to say. Now, here we go again. You see, this is what I'm talking about, folks. You're not going to hear any liberals or any feminists try to call up here and provide any substance to their ridiculous ideology. You're not going to see it. You're not going to hear it. Now, folks, we got about, how much do we have left in this damn program? We've got about 20 minutes left here in the program. And I want everybody just to go, and we're going to go over what we talked about here, folks. Anyway, Tim Geithner, folks, obviously he's got something over Barack Obama or something of that nature, because Barack Obama has made it very, just apparently clear that he is going to go down with Tim Geithner. I mean, and I'm going to paraphrase again for all the idiots that just didn't get it through their thick, numb skulls. Excuse me if I'm stumbling over my own tongue like John Edwards trying to explain hospice adultery. But, hey, I got a lot of things on my mind right now. But, folks, Barack Obama said that if Tim Geithner decided to hand in his resignation tomorrow, that he would just look at him and say, "Oh, sorry, buddy, you still got the job." I mean, what kind of crap is that? What kind of crap is this? I mean, folks, wake up, you stupid morons! This is why I say that the American public sucks. They're too worried about playing with their pecker shaft than they are worried about preserving their liberty, than they are worried about preserving the Constitution, than they are worried about preserving America. America, you morons! Put that through your thick-headed skulls! America! America! America, you piece of crap! Start loving it again! Start... You piece of... You hate America, you piece of... I mean, I just have to break something! I just have to break something! Because it makes me sick. I can't believe that you people can wake up every morning, look at yourselves in the mirror, and call yourself an American. How can you do that? How can you wake up every morning and call yourself an American and witness what is going on here in modern-day society? How do you do it? How do you do it? How do you live with yourself, for heaven's sake? How do you live with yourself knowing that you're selling out our great-great-great-great-grandchildren? How do you feel, you piece of crap? You're selling out children that you don't even know that are even going to be in existence. We're spending money we don't have, folks. You stupid morons. We're printing money out of thin air. And Glenn Beck had a pretty good analysis of what I'm speaking of. So for all you laymen, all you simpletons, all you morons that are, you're too lazy to go out and read up all the information yourself, go to the damn blog, folks. Go to ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. All right, I'm going to put that here in the chat room in just a second. Go to ghostpolitics.blogspot.com, folks, and go down to the Glenn Beck the Glenn Beck little clip. Now, I don't really like Glenn Beck's, philosophy. He's a supposed libertarian, and I think libertarians are, with all due respect, I think that they're kind of like bisexual people. They're one of these people that are like, I don't know whether I'm going both ways or I'm gay or I don't know, but I'm just going to go ahead and pick and choose whatever I want, whatever's convenient, whatever's good for me. And that's what I think libertarians are. So, but he did make a good point about our economy, and for all you folks that are out there that don't know diddly about the economy, that are tickling your ass cracks thinking it's a great day, that somehow America's going to bounce back, and that there's going to be some sort of integrity back into the American dollar. Well, by God, folks, go to my blog, ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. Oh, I put the damn wrong link on the website, or on the chat room, folks. But just go down to blogtalkradio.com/ghost and go down to the blog, and you'll hear what I'm talking about, folks. But anyway, we're going to take some more callers here. 1111, you're on the air.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, is this where I play with my pecker shaft?
Yeah, get this stupid fruity bag. Get this fruity bastard off the line! Get him off! You see what I'm saying, folks? This is what I'm talking about right here. This is the liberals right here. You can tell by the vernacular of that young man. You can tell he's under the age of 30. He's a product of the MTV age, and I don't know if you folks have been watching MTV lately. I mean, have you seen the modern-day rock stars that are out here on MTV? I mean, good Lord, it looks like, you know, an underground bathhouse in San Francisco, 1979. I mean, that's what it looks like. You put it on the damn MTV. I mean, this is the new America out here, folks. Now, look, people always criticize me that I'm against homosexuals because I make these types of comments. Folks, I don't really care what you do. You know, I don't really care what you do in the privacy of your own home. If you want to go out there and chew each other up the poop chute, if you want a fudge pack, I mean, I'm sorry, whatever you fruity asses do, you can do whatever you want to do in the privacy of your own home. All I'm saying is that, don't let these liberals and these feminists ruin the sanctity of marriage based on this ridiculous principle of, oh, we have to have gay marriage. That's what we have to have. We have to have it. No, absolutely not. We don't have to have it, folks. Now, look, I can understand that, homosexuals are out here and, they want, the same type of treatment as if two fruity asses or two muff divers are together and one of them happens to die, they want to be able to bequeath, whatever the crap. It's all litigious nonsense. Well, then why don't you go ahead and advocate for those laws to be changed? Don't try to ruin the sanctity of marriage. All right? I mean, that's the bottom line. And you see, folks, if we're going to legalize gay marriage, well, then let's make divorce illegal. And I've advocated that many times on this show, folks. We need to make divorce illegal. All right? And the bottom line is, too, also, I think we need to make child support, voluntary, if you want my personal opinion. And people are going to be there saying, oh, my God, I can't believe he's saying to take away child support. I can't believe it. You better believe it, folks. I mean, folks, let me tell you why. And I'm going to say it again, and I know that there are people who are listening into the program. They're probably rolling their eyes at the back of their head saying, here he goes again. But the bottom line is, folks, is that a man can come home after a hard day's work. He comes in and he walks in on his wife getting a high hard one from the pizza boy. And instead of him being within his moral right to go out there and beat the bejesus out of both of them, he does the supposed quote-unquote right thing and goes and decides to leave and gets a hotel, files for divorce, and all this crap, right? Well, lo and behold, our new feminist and our new liberal justice system rewards desperate housewife activity. They reward adulterous slutbags who decide to go out and look and hop on something that looks good in a leather jacket. They reward this crap by awarding the woman the child during an adultery case that is induced by the woman. Folks, this is an absolute fact. I mean, the only way a woman can lose custody of her children is if she's on drugs. And even then, they tend to look more favorably towards the female because, we're in such a feminist and liberal society. I mean, folks, why do you think that women are the ones capitalizing on this ridiculous entitlement system? they're the ones getting $5,000 or $6,000 a month in government subsidies, folks. I mean, if you don't believe me, go back to last February. I'm talking about February 2 years ago, February '08, and try to look for the show where I had a couple who called me up and said that, this man was an Iraq veteran. He came back from serving his country, and he can't find work anywhere. He was a construction worker before he left off for the war. He comes back, and his whole damn industry is bombarded with nothing but illegal immigrants that are degrading the cost of labor and that have nullified the whole construction industry out there in North Carolina where that gentleman was from. And then his wife overheard the conversation that we were having over the air, so she gets on the other phone, and she makes a candid admission, folks, and it's one of the most heart-wrenching shows I've ever had. The wife comes on and says, "You know what, Ghost, I've been hearing you and my husband talk, and, I hate to admit this to my husband now, but I actually went out and I tried to get help. I mean, we're proud citizens, Ghost. I mean, we never wanted a handout. We don't want anybody to give us anything, but when there's no opportunity to work for anything, how can we support ourselves?" So the wife says, right in front of the husband, and the husband just, he was probably in disbelief, but she had told me that she went out and actually tried to get assistance. She tried to get assistance because they are a couple with 2 children. They're married, folks. This is an Iraq veteran here. She tries to go and get assistance. And you know what this social worker told her, folks? I mean, you can listen to the damn episode yourself if you don't believe me. The social worker alluded to the fact that if this, the reason that she can't get any kind of government subsidy is because she's still with her husband. That's right, there's still a man in the program. So because she's still legally married to her husband, they can only give her about, $150, $200 a month. What does that cover? When you're trying to maintain sustenance with 2 children. What the hell does that cover? But this social worker alluded to the fact that if she gets divorced from her husband, and if she can then get about $2,500 a month. $2,500 a month in government subsidy, folks. And this was the social worker that was alluding her to do this. I mean, and this is not a joke, folks. If you think I'm BSing, if I'm pulling this out of my derriere, this show is archived, folks. Every show I've ever done is up for on demand, and I challenge you, go back to February '08. I did a lot of programs during that time. Look for a program that was probably around 2 or 3 in the morning, all right? I did one of these sporadic programs at 2 or 3 in the morning, and let me tell you, it is one of the most saddest stories you'll ever hear firsthand. I mean, you will hear the desperation in these poor people's voices. And whoever you are, folks, that couple from North Carolina, please give me a call back if you happen to be listening to me in the archive. Give me an email. Tell me if you're okay, because I know that they were in some dire straits. And this is an Iraq veteran, an Iraqi veteran here, who can't get work, who has his government, his social workers, this government bureaucracy is trying to get him divorced. And he fought for this country. This is how feminized, this is how liberalized this country has become, damn it. And we have to wake up. We have to wake up and smell the coffee and realize that this is really happening. This is not a joke. This is really happening, for Christ's sake. We got liberals and feminists re-engineering the damn family. They are socially engineering the family, folks. They're doing it via the mainstream media. They're doing it via liberal and feminist Hollywood. They're doing it via these entitlement programs. I challenge you, folks, if you happen to be a poor feller, if you happen to be a male, and you're down in the dumps, and you need some assistance, I challenge you to go out there to the government and try to get some government assistance from some social worker, and I guarantee they'll laugh in your face. They will laugh in your face. Even if you had children, they would laugh in your damn face. They'll be like, well, you're a man. You could go out there and work. Even though we're in a service industry-based economy, and the jobs that are available to all the people that are being laid off, the jobs that are available are being taken by illegal immigrants. that are being embraced by this government. And, folks, I have made this call on past programs, but I want to reinforce it. I want to implant it in your head. Mark my word. Barack Obama is going to try to give amnesty to these illegal immigrants. He's going to initiate that, folks, by the summer. He is going to initiate an amnesty plan to make all these 60 million plus illegal immigrants that are in this country legal. That's right, folks. And you see, what's even more unfortunate is that these illegal immigrants that are in the country currently, they can go and they can get these government subsidies. They can go and get government grants. I challenge you, folks, go to, do a search for government grants. Do a search and find out what kind of grants these foreigners can apply for. You know that a foreigner can come into this country illegally or quasi-legally under some ridiculous student nonsense or anything of that nature. They can come into this country and apply for countless grants. They can apply for small business loans. They can apply for small business grants, not small business loans. Us Americans are the ones that have to pay the loans, huh? But they can get small business grants, they can get student grants, they can get living grants. I mean, it's just disgusting, folks. But you see, the American people don't want to face up to this fact. They don't care. They don't care about, their government taking their tax-paying money and giving it to illegal immigrants, giving free medical care to illegal immigrants that came into this country illegally, damn it. They broke the law, folks. Don't you understand that? I mean, let's get a band of about 100,000 Americans, and let's all say that we're going to go to one country and see if that country doesn't have a problem. You're darn right they'll have a problem. They'll call it what it is, and it's an invasion, folks. That's what it is. It's an invasion. So mark my words, folks. Barack Obama will initiate. He will initiate an amnesty bill, and you know what he's going to do? To get the Republicans involved in it, he's going to use old Ronald Reagan. Remember in the 80s, Ronald Reagan did something like this. He is going to utilize Ronald Reagan to force the Republicans into believing that, it's okay. Let's go ahead and give these illegal immigrants, let's give them amnesty. It's okay. It's ridiculous, folks. Anyway, we got 4 minutes left in the program. I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me. Folks, please, I need your support. Please go and patronize any sponsors who sponsor the True Conservative radio program or any content that is produced by yours truly, folks. Please, I need your help. Go out there and support the True Conservative radio show. The more you do that, the more that I'm going to come up on here on a frequent basis. This show takes a lot of energy out of me. It probably bothers the bejesus out of my family out here. It probably bothers the bejesus out of my damn neighbors. And I don't really give two rats' asses. But folks, please support the True Conservative radio show by patronizing any of the true patriotic companies. Any of the companies that advertise for True Conservative radio or any of the content that I do on Blogspot or anywhere else. Folks, support those patriotic companies. I mean, that means they're supporting True Conservative radio, they're supporting the Constitution, they're supporting America. And at the same time, you'll be supporting True Conservative radio by patronizing those people. So please support us, folks. I'm begging you. Anyway, I don't know if I'm going to be doing a program tomorrow, folks, so please just add your favorites or bookmark the webpage, blogtalkradio.com/ghost. I'm on Twitter, folks. So if you happen to be, a Twitter fan, you can keep up to date with me on Twitter. The Twitter name is Ghost Politics. All right? Ghost Politics is the name on my Twitter. The blog is ghostpolitics.blogspot.com. And, of course, the show homepage is blogtalkradio.com/ghost. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in with me live on this program. I want to thank anybody who happens to be tuning in with me on the archive. Please, I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your patronage. You folks that listen to me on a consistent basis, you are the reason why I continue to do these programs. You are the reason that gives me the optimism to continue to conduct these broadcasts. So I appreciate your support. I appreciate your patronage, and I thank you once again for listening to me, folks. Anyway, spread the word about True Conservative Radio. Unless my voice is completely out, which it may be. But I may do a show tomorrow, same place, same time, folks, okay? And always remember, I broadcast Monday through Friday between the hours of 11:30 p.m. to 1 a.m. Central United States time. And if you can't catch me then, folks, well, by God, go to the archive at blogtalkradio.com/ghost, or hell, do a search engine for yours truly, and you should find me syndicated somewhere. I understand now that yours truly is syndicated. Whatever in the blue hell that means. Anyway, folks, thank you very much, folks. I really appreciate your patronage. Whether you agree or disagree with me, folks, the one thing I want you to take from this program is that I want you to think. I want some synapses to spark in that noggin of yours, and I want you to participate in your government. I want you to go out there and run for something. I want you to organize people. I want you to become a force at the ballot box, because that's all we have left, damn it. That's all we have left. And if we stop participating in it, well, we're just going to go ahead and fall into some Karl Marx, communist, Gloria Steinem, muff-diving, liberal, authoritarian crap. And I don't want that, and any true American patriot shouldn't want that either. Anyway, until next time, folks, thank you very much for listening, and death, 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 death to feminism.
Boar's Head is bringing a slice of Japan to the deli. Introducing Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. Tender, slow-roasted chicken breast, coated in our signature teriyaki glaze, where ginger, garlic, and a hint of brown sugar meet for a flavor that's both sweet and savory. New Boar's Head Ichiban Teriyaki-style chicken. The bold flavor of Japan. Now at the deli. Only from Boar's Head. Compromise elsewhere.